Hello friend, this is Ryan Hicks of TalkToProfit.com, and today I want to talk to you about, are billionaires lying to you about how they became rich? You know, I've watched a number of interviews of different billionaires. I'm not going to mention their names in particular. I might mention some people's names, but only because it makes a specific point. But I've heard many of them say the same thing. Oh, you got to do what you love. And they repeat that old catchphrase, oh, if you do what you love, you'll never work a day in your life. And while that sounds great on the surface, but you tell average people that, do what you love, what is it that they actually love? They love binge watching shows. They love playing video games. They love scrolling social media. They love being entertained, and that is not something that's going to make you rich. That is not something that's going to make you successful. Matter of fact, that is something that will bring a curse to your life. I've known people whose lives are miserable because all they do all day long is scroll social media. They can't even hold down a job because they're so busy on social media platforms watching videos and making comments and arguing with people. It's pathetic. And there's no way that person could get that advice of doing what you love and become a success, because what they're doing is what they love or think they love. And it's bringing them absolutely dreadful, miserable failure. And I saw a thing where Bill Gates said that one of his life regrets was working too hard. And that's utterly foolish, because he would not be in the position he's in if he didn't work as hard as he did, at first at least. Even 1% less effort would have led to him failing and being broke, or at least not being one of the richest men in the world. There is this thing that goes on that people don't seem to understand, that because somebody's rich and successful, they think that must automatically mean that what they say is the correct path to being rich and successful. Except very often you find these people are unconsciously competent, meaning they know how to go out and do stuff and make it work and become successful, but they have never sat down and really thought about what they did to get to where they are. So they just repeat things they've heard. They repeat old platitudes and just nonsense that actually is not what they did to get to where they are. Years ago, I worked with an IFBB pro, professional bodybuilder, in training. And it was interesting because sometimes he would tell me to do things a certain way, but I observed the way he did it and it was different. He was doing it a certain way that brought success in what he was trying to accomplish with his body, but the way he taught it was not what he did. And this applies to so many areas. People are unconsciously competent. They are very good at what they do, but they don't know how to explain it to you. They don't know how they actually did it. As a matter of fact, the way they tell you that they did it might be the exact opposite of how they did it. And so often, especially with these billionaires, there have been decades that have passed since they were doing the hard work and building themselves up and getting to the great place of success they are in today. They've forgotten that they had to do these things to get to where they are. And I see people coming up today, they're young, they're youthful, they're vibrant, and they're not willing to put the work in because they've listened to somebody who's supposedly successful telling them to do what they love. Well, what they love is not hard work. It's not diligent endeavors. It's not working unto the Lord. It's being lazy. It's laying around. It's being entertained. And many of these people never figure it out. Or if they do, it's so much later in life, which it doesn't matter what time in life you start to go down the path of success and doing your best. But you could waste many, many years of your life that could have been building upon themselves to where you become a massive success, and you might have frittered away those prime years of your life. And I do want to state that I only say prime years because so often people just start to decline by choice as they get older and older. They don't improve. They don't build upon the years of success they had. They just kind of keep dwindling down, and they don't even realize they planned this out. They talk about retirement. They talk about, oh, I'm saving for retirement. I got my 401k. I got this investment, that investment. All these plans to slowly dwindle down until they get to a certain age Then they're going to retire. Then they're going to do nothing or do very little. And so they unknowingly planned for a gradual decline, not a continual improvement, not a continual growth, not a continual working unto the Lord, doing your all unto the Lord. I don't care if you're 16 years old. I don't care if you're 60 years old. You should be doing your all each and every day. There's no excuse, and age is certainly not an excuse. Obviously, somebody younger is perceived to have more energy, so they generally can't make that excuse. Well, I just don't feel like it. You don't have the excuse if you're in your 70s or 80s. You can be doing more. You can be doing your all. Don't let people talk you halfway into the coffin. I don't care how old you are. There's people in their 30s and 40s that are acting like they're in their 80s. Well, you know, I wake up and I'm sore. I sure am tired all day. Yeah, you eat a garbage diet. You're fat. You're lazy. What do you expect? Do you expect your body to be performing its peak performance when you treat it like trash? When your day is not filled with productive, useful activities, so you have nothing to get up and be excited about each day? It's just, oh, another day. You're just existing. And that's not the way you're meant to be. You're meant to be living the abundant life. You're meant to be living a life that glorifies God. You're meant to be doing your all unto the Lord. In all things, doing it to your maximum full potential because you're doing it to the Lord. I don't care if you're washing your dishes or you are writing the next great book. Everything you do, from the little to the large, should be to your fullest potential. Should be you doing it fully to the Lord. Don't let people talk you into being mediocre. Don't listen to billionaires lying to you. Now, I don't know if they're lying on purpose or if they just are unconsciously competent. Some, I think, are lying because they're intelligent people. They've mentioned things here and there that would indicate they realize that when they say, do what you love, or other little trivial things like that, that they know that's not really true. But whether they're lying to you or they're just telling you something that's untrue and they're not intentionally trying to deceive you, it doesn't matter. The end result is the same. You're getting bad information that doesn't work and that will keep you back from being the best you can be. You want to be the best you can be? You want to actually become rich and successful like you should be? You got to do your all unto the Lord. You got to recognize that Jesus became poor, that you through his poverty might be rich. You got to recognize that the blessing of the Lord, it makes rich and he has no sorrow with it. And you got to walk in that, believing and operating from that knowing and doing your all unto the Lord. My friend, I pray this is a blessing for you. May God bless you richly.